we produced two movies at the same time. One fully user generated and one user inspired. All the content comes to us through the internet, to a community platform where all the people can upload and share content with each other. Whether you script write, edit, act, film, direct, compose, whatever you do, in which part of a movie you can participate in the project. But we couldn't do that all by ourselves, so we needed help.
Because this is about movies, right? So as we are producing a movie, and I don't know if you know FCCE, we're distributing and producing film-related content, and this has basically all the elements of what we're doing and in movie making, but we're not at all specialists in that field. So we needed the master, and when we developed this idea, for us it was very clear that we can only work with one person in the Dutch film industry, because this is basically in Holland, it runs in Holland so far. We needed a guy who is the example of what movie making is and does it on his own way, and hopefully he was interested in doing something new. You know, the big question is, no, I'll do this like this, like a report. The big question is, why did you accept this, to do this?
And then I have to point out in my profile there that they left out Showgirls.
And they left out Starship Troopers. But we'll see that wait a minute, we have a clip of that in the next one, so don't worry.
I did it because you asked me to do it.
I know.
So I felt that after so many years doing what I want, it would be good to do something what the audience wants. And that's the basic idea. I'm going to do what the audience proposes, what the public wants, and they will write more or less, perhaps sometimes less than more, but they will write the script. The initial script is written by a Dutch, very talentful scriptwriter, Kim van Koten. But all the other scripts, the other 7 episodes of this film, will be written by the public. And then at the same time they will also make movies about scripts that have been written. I am there, the guide. I'm also supposed to make sure that they are not being, that the audience is not going too much outside the proposals. For me, the most important artist of the 20th century, which is Igor Stravinsky. And Stravinsky started to rap when he was in his 70s, early 70s. He started to use this 12-tone technique that was invented by Arnold Schoenberg, but that Stravinsky hated most of his life. But then on the, let's say, supported or influenced by his assistant Robert Kraft, he decided to master the 12-tone system, which is quite difficult to compose in. And so he did, and then from his 70s on he did everything in the 12-tone, he wrote every composition in the 12-tone system. So I thought, if he can do it, I can do it. So that was the idea, you know. Without comparing me to Stravinsky, of course.
And that's so funny because, you know, the other story that I really love is the fact that this happened, it has happened before in arts, that people are trying to join themselves and work together on one project.
Well, that happened in fact mostly in France in the beginning of the 20th century, when there was this surrealistic movement called Dada. And in Dadaism, what they, for example, did is that one writer would start one chapter of a book, then it would be taken over by another writer without any instructions. They would just follow what was there or change it or whatever, so that all the chapters would be written by different writers without talking to each other. I mean, so this thing, this kind of experience, which is now done in a, let's say, multimedia way and in a more complex way, in a more electronic way, still it can be found, let's say, in, already as an idea 120 years ago.
Wow, great.
So it is a combination in the end of everything that we learned in the past. Maybe you can add a little bit about what we see in the TV show.
As you may expect on the market like this, it is supported by TV. Although the total system was introduced through social media, launch events, we visited 40 art academies, universities to launch the project to 40,000 students, and immediately the whole thing took off on the internet. But it will start, the TV show will start third week of November, and it's supporting the whole system as well, but then for a mainstream audience, to show people behind the scenes how you produce a movie and all the different elements of the movie itself. It's a very long story, as the whole project is. We worked for 1.5 years on the development of the project. We're really happy to launch it today here for other territories. We would be very happy to work with you in the different territories to find a national icon like Paul in the Netherlands and in the US. And well, if you have any questions, please ask somebody from FCCE or talk to us.
All right. Thank you very much for coming. Enjoy the drinks. Another important part of life.